Hey everyone! Welcome back to Story Hive. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Let's jump into today's story. After my fiancée mocked our sex life in front of her friends, I decided to call off the wedding. Now, at 27 years old, I'm preparing to move to a different state to start over. Amy, who is 26, and I had been engaged for a year, but we'd been in a relationship for 5 years. We were set to get married this August. I had a close friendship with Kylie, who is also 26. We've known each other since we were kids, almost like siblings because our mothers were best friends from high school. Kylie is part of the same tight-knit friend group as Amy. Throughout our engagement, I often asked Kylie what Amy said about me. I knew women tend to talk about their partners with their friends, and I was curious about Amy's thoughts. Kylie, being reserved, usually kept things to herself, but whenever she did say something, it was always positive. She'd mention how Amy loved me a lot and was excited about our marriage. Last month, while Amy was out of town, I spent time with Kylie and her boyfriend at their place. Normally, Amy and I would join them for dinners, but this time it was just me hanging out with Kylie and her boyfriend. We had a few drinks, and as the night went on, I jokingly begged Kylie to tell me if Amy had said anything bad about me. I knew it wasn't the best idea, but my curiosity got the better of me. After a lot of coaxing, Kylie finally revealed that Amy had joked about how she had better sex before, and that I wasn't the greatest in bed. Kylie said that even though Amy had said this, she was with me because she felt I was the complete package since sex wasn't her top priority. At the time I was drunk and laughed it off, but the next day when I was sober the comment hit me hard. I felt deeply hurt and couldn't stop thinking about it. When Amy returned from her trip, I decided to bring it up. I tried to be casual about it, asking her if there was any truth to what Kylie had said. Amy first denied it, insisting that our sex life was great and that she was always satisfied. I reassured her that honesty was crucial in our relationship. After several attempts, Amy admitted that she had indeed made that comment, but she claimed it was meant as a joke to highlight my other qualities. Her confession stung even more. Despite my initial attempt to brush it off, I couldn't shake the sadness. Over the next few days my mood worsened, and I felt like I was in a deep emotional pit. Amy apologized repeatedly, saying she didn't mean to hurt me, but the damage had been done. A few days later, I made the difficult decision to end our relationship. The emotional pain from her comments was too much for me to handle. I told everyone that I was calling off the wedding. Amy was devastated and tried to convince me to reconsider, apologizing profusely, but I was too mentally drained to change my mind. The consequences of my decision were far-reaching. Amy was heartbroken, and both of our families were affected. Kylie and Amy's friendship fell apart as a result, and I even heard that Kylie broke up with her boyfriend, though I'm not sure if that was related to what happened. Feeling overwhelmed, I requested a job transfer to another state. In 2 months, I'll be moving away, leaving behind not only my fiancé, but also my best friend of my entire life. I know my mental state isn't great right now, but I'm hopeful that this fresh start will help me heal and find a new direction. Looking back, I realize that my reaction might seem extreme. Some people have commented that calling off the marriage and moving to a different state over such an issue seems disproportionate. They've suggested that my response could be a sign of deeper, unresolved issues and recommended that I seek therapy to deal with my insecurities and impulsive decisions. I understand now that my response to Amy's comments might have been influenced by underlying insecurities. Moving forward, I'm committed to taking time for self-reflection and personal growth. Although the situation has been incredibly challenging, I hope that with time and professional help, I can find peace and learn to manage my emotions more effectively. I wanted to provide an update on where things stand now. After deciding to call off the wedding and move to a different state, I've been focusing on adjusting to the big changes in my life. The move is still a couple of months away, but I've been busy with the preparations and trying to get everything in order. It's been a whirlwind, and the process has given me a lot to think about. Emotionally, it's been a mixed bag. On one hand, I'm relieved to be making a fresh start. The breakup and the fallout with Amy and Kylie were incredibly painful, and I'm hoping that this move will offer a new perspective and help me heal. I've been trying to stay focused on the positives, new opportunities, a fresh environment, and the chance to rebuild my life from the ground up. On the other hand, there are still moments when I feel a deep sense of loss. Losing both my fiancé and my best friend has been tough, and there are days when the weight of it all feels overwhelming. I've been reflecting a lot on the past few months and on how my reactions may have been influenced by my insecurities and fears. I've taken some steps towards addressing my mental and emotional well-being. I reached out to a therapist to start working through my feelings and to get a better handle on my insecurities. It's been helpful to talk things through with a professional, and I'm beginning to understand how my actions might have been driven by deeper issues that I need to address. Amy and I haven't been in touch since the breakup. I need to focus on myself and my healing. I've also been slowly reconnecting with some old friends and making new ones. It's been a slow process, but I'm starting to feel a bit more optimistic about the future. As for Kylie, I haven't had any contact with her since everything happened. I'm still too embarrassed to reach out, and I think it might be best to give it more time. I hope that eventually. Overall, the journey hasn't been easy, and there are still a lot of mixed emotions to navigate. But I'm hopeful that this new chapter will bring growth and healing. Thank you to everyone who has reached out with support and advice. I truly appreciate it. Here's another update on how things have been progressing. Since I last updated you, I've been working through a lot of personal growth and adjustment as I prepare for the move. The transition to a new state is now only a month away, and I'm finding both excitement and apprehension in the process. On the emotional front, things have been gradually improving. The initial shock and pain from the breakup and fallout with Amy and Kylie are starting to fade. Moving away has given me a sense of purpose and a much-needed change of scenery. I've been immersing myself in preparations for the new chapter of my life, which has been a welcome distraction and a way to channel my energy positively. I've continued seeing a therapist, which has been incredibly beneficial. Working through my insecurities and the emotional impact of the breakup has provided me with new insights. I'm learning healthier ways to cope with my feelings and am starting to understand more about my emotional responses and how to manage them better. It's a process, but I feel like I'm making real progress. In terms of social connections, I've been reaching out to old friends and making new ones in anticipation of the move. It's been refreshing to reconnect with people who knew me before this whirlwind of events, and it's been comforting to build new relationships. I'm also looking forward to exploring the new community and finding new social circles once I settle in. Regarding Amy and Kylie, there hasn't been any contact. I still feel a bit awkward about reaching out, and I'm not sure when or if that will happen. I think both situations need more time and distance. While I'm hopeful for eventual reconciliation, I'm also realistic about the need for healing and space for now. I've also been focusing on self-improvement and setting new goals for myself. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, setting career goals, or just working on personal development, having these goals has helped me stay motivated and optimistic about the future. Overall, the process of moving and starting anew has been challenging but also invigorating. I'm slowly finding a sense of balance and hope as I move forward. I appreciate all the support and advice I've received during this time. It's been invaluable. I'm looking forward to this next chapter with cautious optimism and am determined to continue on this path of growth and self-discovery. Here's a final update on how things have been going. The move to a new state has been completed, and I'm finally starting to settle into my new life. The transition was as challenging as expected, but it's also been filled with moments of hope and new beginnings. Living in a new place has brought a refreshing change of pace. The initial adjustments were tough as expected, but I've been gradually finding my footing. I've been exploring the area, meeting new people, and integrating into the local community. It's been exciting to discover new spots, from coffee shops to parks, and to start building a new routine. Therapy continues to be a vital part of my life. The work I've done over the past few months has been incredibly illuminating. I've gained a lot of clarity about my past reactions and insecurities, and I'm learning to approach my emotions with greater understanding and resilience. It's a journey, but I feel more equipped to handle challenges and to foster healthier relationships moving forward. I've also made some progress in reconnecting with old friends and making new ones. It's been gratifying to rebuild my social network. The new friendships I'm forming are starting to fill some of the gaps left by my previous relationships and have been a source of support and joy. As for Amy and Kylie, there's been no communication. I've come to terms with the fact that for now it's best to let those relationships remain in the past. I'm focusing on the present and on building a future that is healthier and more aligned with my goals and values. In reflecting on this journey, I realize how much I've grown. The challenges and pain of the past year have been profound, but they've also led me to a place of greater self-awareness and growth. I'm learning to embrace the changes and to look forward with optimism. Overall, while the past months have been filled with upheaval and uncertainty, I'm finding a sense of stability and hope in my new environment. Thank you to everyone who has supported me through this journey. Your encouragement and advice have made a significant difference, and I'm looking forward to continuing this path of personal development and new beginnings. Thanks for tuning in to today's Reddit story. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on more amazing stories. See you next time.